I've honestly been waiting for a good mineral sunscreen for the longest time. Because let's be real, most mineral sunscreens usually come with a set of same problems, right? Heavy texture, strong white cast, sweaty finish, pilling, and sometimes they sit on the skin like a layer of paint. So when I saw this new Conscious Chemist 100% mineral sunscreen with an SPF50 PA4+, claiming 100% mineral filters, no white cast, sweat resistant, matte finish, safe for teenagers, pregnant and lactating women along with children above the age of 6, I got a little bit confused. I needed to test it out. Also, they claim to be in vivo tested. So I was genuinely curious. Did they finally crack the mineral sunscreen formula for Indian skin? Let's find out. We'll check the texture and application first, then break down the UV filters and actives, and finally test it with a blotting paper before putting it through a real wear time test under the Palakkad sun. Hi guys, I'm Varsha, and if you love science-based skincare reviews made for Indian skin and humid climates, hit the subscribe button because here we test products beyond the marketing hype. Let me show you the texture first. So I think it's better if I shake it up first, since it's a fluid sunscreen. So yeah, you can see how. Okay. It's like a lotion. Okay. So initially when I rub it in, there's a small sense of heat, like very tiny sense of warmth that's there. Now let's apply it onto my face. Okay. Again. So it's on my bare skin, you can see my acne. Oh my god, that's beautiful. So when you use a mineral sunscreen like this, right, you can't, especially when it's fluid, you can't see two fingers and finger. Make sure your whole face is covered. That's the only thing that I usually follow. I never go by the teaspoon rule because, it's something not practically possible, especially when you're going, for work, etc. You can't just keep a teaspoon ready to just measure out the sunscreen, and then I know the doctors recommend it so that you get standard size, but I usually go by the 2-finger or yeah. So what you can notice here is initially, right? Yeah, I've applied it earlier also. So initially when you apply it, right, for almost like a minute or two, you'll be having a little bit of a white cast, right? But I think within those 2 minutes, right, you give it a waiting time, and within those 2 minutes, it actually settles really well into your skin, and it doesn't give you a matte finish. It's like a slightly dewy finish. I don't know why they mentioned matte finish there. I did not feel it's a matte finish. I felt it's more like a dewy finish, like a glow is there once it's like with the Pilgrim Hydra Glow one. I felt it almost has a finish like that. I've not tested it on dark skin, so people with a deeper skin tone, if you use this and you felt whatever you felt, please do comment below because it might help other people as well. Okay, so there I was using a light. What do you feel about here? This is a normal room lighting. I did not feel any white cast. What do you feel? Now, one advantage I immediately noticed was this formula is 100% mineral sunscreen, but the texture is actually very liquidy and lightweight. Usually mineral sunscreens, they feel thick, stiff and difficult to spread. But this one spreads surprisingly easily on my skin. And I've not applied any moisturizer. You can try it with a moisturizer as well. I think people with dry skin should definitely try it with a moisturizer. And because this comes in the sleek, narrow nozzle, make sure you apply enough. And since it's liquidy, I can't tell how much you'll be needing it for your face. So I think you can apply it like I did on all four portions and then spread it out your neck as well. Otherwise, I feel that you'll not get the SPF actually written on the bottle. Now, let's break down the UV filters properly because a sunscreen's job is to protect. So, let's break down the UV filter system first. The first filter that we come across is zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is a primary mineral UV filter here and it gives broad spectrum UVA and UVB protection. Unlike chemical UV filters that actually absorb the UV radiation and convert it into heat, the zinc oxide mainly sits on top of the skin surface and reflects, scatters, and very slightly absorbs the UV radiation. Now, the second filter that we come across is titanium dioxide, which is very common in most mineral sunscreen formulas. Titanium dioxide is also another mineral UV filter, which is used to boost the UVB protection. It also helps slightly with the visible light scattering and contributes to the overall opacity and white cast control strategy of the formula. So, zinc oxide plus titanium dioxide creates a 100% mineral sunscreen system in this formula. And because this sunscreen only uses mineral filters, there are no chemical filters listed in the ingredient list. This is exactly the reason why this sunscreen is being marketed heavily towards sensitive skin, acne-prone, teenagers, pregnant and lactating women, and even children above the age of 6. And honestly, from a filter standpoint, this is actually a pretty clean mineral sunscreen formula, if I am to say, and it is also in vivo tested. But honestly, the most interesting part of this sunscreen is not only the filters, it's how they formulated them. I'm not aware of whether they used micronized zinc oxide because, normally high zinc oxide sunscreens feel extremely chalky and are really difficult to spread. But this one surprisingly felt really elegant compared to the other mineral sunscreens that I've tried. And I think the trick here is a lightweight dispersion system that helps the zinc oxide spread better and look less white. They've basically surrounded the mineral filters with lightweight emollients and film forming agents. So the zinc particles are actually distributing more evenly across the whole skin rather than clumping up heavily in one place. So this might be the reason why the white cast settles down much faster than the traditional mineral sunscreen that I've come across. Now let's move into the skincare actives because nowadays every sunscreen also comes with a set of actives that makes our skin feel better. This has niacinamide. In some formulas, it's also called nicotinamide, which is basically a similar form of vitamin B3. So if you have ever seen both listed separately, you'll have to understand that these are the same actives that are there. Niacinamide has been inserted here for oil balancing, barrier support, and I feel a little bit of pigmentation support as well. Then we have ceramide NP, ceramide AP, and ceramide EOP for barrier repair and reducing the moisture loss, along with cholesterol and a very popular ingredient known as phytosyngosin for supporting skin barrier recovery and reducing dryness. We can also see betaine for hydration and irritation reduction since it's being marketed for sensitive skin. Also bisabolol and allantoin for soothing the redness and sensitivity. Now you can see another very good ingredient called resveratrol for antioxidant protection against oxidative stress. Also this has sodium hyaluronate for hydration support and hexanediol and a set of other film forming agents that support the spreadability. We can also see certain supportive ingredients like Camellia sinensis extract, Tasmanian pepper. It's an ingredient that's been famous for some time now. Then we have Laminaria digitata extract and Centella asiatica leaf vesicles towards the end, right? So I don't think it's in a very high quantity, but yeah, it's there. I feel that these are mainly antioxidant and soothing support additions. I don't think they're a very big part of the formula. Some of them are definitely functional and some also help from a marketing perspective. Now, honestly, based on my experiences with mineral sunscreens till now, I was expecting this to feel very heavy because a mineral sunscreen with barrier supportive ingredients, I thought it would be heavy, but surprisingly, I think this did not make my skin heavy. Yes, I did sweat a little after some time, but during the peak humidity is what I meant. Like, I did notice a little bit of slight sweat accumulation after a prolonged outdoor wear. But I would say it's nowhere close to the thick, greasy mineral sunscreens that we usually see and I usually won't till now. And I think that's because they balance the formula quite intelligently. So instead of feeling like a heavy zinc cream, this feels more like a lightweight hybrid between a mineral sunscreen and a barrier support moisturizer is what I would say. Now let's move to the blotting paper test. You can see that I sweat. And you can see a little bit of oil here, right? But I think that's much better compared to the other mineral sunscreens that I've worn. Okay, do you feel any white cast on my face now? I think a little bit is here, right? Yeah. Then that. Do you feel there's any white cast? I think there is a slight glowiness. I don't think there's any whiteness. Do let me know in the comment section what you see. Okay. Yeah. So now let's verify the claims. 100% mineral sunscreen, absolutely true. No white cast, partially true. There is an initial white cast, but it settles much better than the traditional mineral sunscreens. Do let me know what you felt in the comment section below. Sweat resistance, fairly true because of the film forming system, not absolutely sweat free. Now, is it safe for teenagers, pregnant and lactating women and children above the age of 6? From a filter's perspective, yes. Now, is it in vivo tested as per the SPF claim? Yes. I'll attach the link here. Is it non-comedogenic? For most skin types, honestly, I think yes, as per the formulation, especially compared to the older mineral sunscreens that went heavy on your skin. So honestly, my review would be the film forming system is definitely holding the sunscreen together. Now comes the real challenge, the Palakkad sun. Right, today when I'm filming it, it's actually a little bit rainy outside. That's why I had to lose lighting. After the outdoor wear test, protection-wise, I think it performed really well. I did not find any immediate tanning, no eye stinging, and the sunscreen film stayed intact surprisingly well. So I think the final verdict would be this is SkinLock Holmes approved, actually really great. This is a well-formulated modern mineral sunscreen, and honestly, one of the more elegant mineral sunscreen textures that I've seen from an Indian brand recently. It is absolutely SkinLock Holmes approved, no questions asked. If you enjoy science-based sunscreen reviews made for Indian skin and humid climates, hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments how you felt about the wear test. Hi guys, so we are gonna do the wear test today. The time now is almost 11:02 and UV index is almost, it's still high, but the temperature is actually low. It's almost only 34 degrees and it's actually a little bit cloudy outside. I don't know whether it's the great day to try out, but it's been so lately at Palakkad. So we're going to try out the Conscious Chemist Mineral Sunscreen wear test today. I think I'll be out in the sun for probably 1.5 hours max. So let's see. I told you that there is an initial white cast when you just apply it, but max 3 to 5 minutes is what I felt. Like if you apply too much, then definitely there's going to be a very good white cast. Light just went down. Okay. So initially there's a small white cast. You can see it here, right? Yeah, so there's an initial white cast, but within 2 to 3 minutes max, it just settles in. Okay, so that's what I felt. We'll see how it works. So this is my current skin tone. Okay. You see, you can judge me when I return back. I don't think I'll be tanning much because No, I don't think there's too much sun today. The UV index is high, but still, yeah. Let's go and test it. Okay, guys, so we're gonna start. One of the last today. Training, and I've still not reached back home. Till now, so far, so good. So, what do you think? Did I tan? Did I not tan? I don't think I've tanned. But my experience would be it's a little sweaty initially. You know, when it's humid, it becomes sweaty. So it's like kind of a mixed climate. Like it is sunny, but it's a little bit cloudy.